So I wanted to ask, you tease in the footage that the Mandalorian never takes off his mask. So when are we going to see it? And is it?
Do you really want to know that?
Yes.
You don't want
Why would
it.
you hire that
Do you
beautiful
want to
face
come?
and not
We're
see
wrapping
it?
Christmas presents. We're wrapping Christmas presents. You
The
really
real
want to come in
question
the room?
is, do we ever take off our masks? Well, the stunt doubles are essential to every large production, just so you know, like even for the strongest people or agile ones. So none of it can get done without the incredible stunt work. I mean, especially, what did you guys see today, like 27 minutes or something? You saw like a whole clip? You have no idea the amount of star power from every department that goes into making something like this. From, the person that is like, working on the shine of my shoulder to the person who built the entire ship that we're shooting on, or the whole set. I've seen some pretty big and I haven't seen anything like this.
So I noticed that the footage we saw, there were a lot of references to the Star Wars holiday special, Life Day.
Yes, Life Day.
And of course, that's where we saw our first Mandalorian.
Yes, that's right.
So can you talk about why you wanted to draw that, connect those little dots?
I didn't realize there was a lot of. I guess there is. We did. Well, definitely it was the gun, right? That the pulse rifle. Just because. Here's the thing. I wanted to have it. We're starting with new characters, right? Everybody. There's all sorts of conjecture. Is this really is it going to really reveal that it's Boba Fett all along? Is it a character we already know? We wanted to start fresh with a whole new group of a whole new set of characters that you never met before. And so there are ways that even though we have new characters and you could jump in because it's chapter 1, we wanted to make sure that if you were watching and you knew about it. And this is where Dave has really been a treasure trove, because we tried to effort to work stuff in, whether it's humorously, like making a reference to Life Day, or a reference to a prop that has been appreciated by a core group over time, just putting those little Easter eggs in, or big movements in the story that reflect storylines in either the legends or in canon that people have known and had, and by the way, all of the animated content that Dave's been working on. How do you weave all of it together so that you don't have these divided, segmented parts of the audience, but you could start to bring it all together and coalesce it in a way that creates an overarching narrative and rewards the people who've been putting the time in over the years since they were kids growing up with it.
It's very fun. Like, I would love, John would write these scripts, turn them around. We would talk sometimes, because I'd be in San Francisco, we'd be on the phone and we'd just start rallying and come up with a whole plot for an episode. Kid you not, on the phone. And he's like, oh, okay, it's in my head, I gotta go, boom. Okay. And then like a day later, here, read this. I'm like, oh, wow, there's a script now. And it was cool. I mean, it's really fun. And it's fun reading, John's take on Star Wars. And I would read something like, oh, I see the holiday special's back. And I give him a hard time about it, because...
Well, it happened.
I've been
it's
through
there.
that. Right, yes, I know. It's a long way of saying you really like the holiday special. And I've accepted that, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We know you had the gun in the show because you liked it and you wanted to have it.
The cartoon
and now
holds up.
it's in your office, and I get that. Like, I've never experienced that before. Like, you say, I want to design this, I'm going to have this, and then someone literally makes it, walks up to you and hands it to you. I haven't had that in animation.
That's what's been really great about it. And there is a discipline about it of let's make sure that we are authentic, disciplined, cohesive, and that no matter where you're coming from and what your background in Star Wars, you know that what we're doing is not being done. It's being done out of, we've really deliberated over it and discussed it and thought it through. And so if we depart in any way, we know we are, and but it's with a plan. And part of it also is, what's the big arc? That's the other thing.
That's the fun thing is the plan, and like there are some things where I'm like, oh, I wonder what people are gonna think of this. But then we think about what you're gonna think about it, and then we get a couple moves ahead of that, and then we're like, okay, then we'll see. Because you might know this move, but you don't know that move, and that's just the fun part, especially in series.
Yes.
We can make that work even better.
We
And
could
it's-
create a
it's fun for
dialogue.
us.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think I can speak for everybody when I say we'd like a holiday special, part 2, so.
There it is.
I am open to
There
it.
is.
Wow. Well,
There
thank
it
you guys
is.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for all your wonderful questions.
Thank you.
Mandalorian, Disney Plus, November 12th.